All right. And now we have some breaking news from the man himself. Alex Jones is going to join us. Alex, welcome back to your own program.
Roger, absolutely. Thanks for filling in today. You're doing a great job. We're about to launch more shows. You'll have your own show. The next 2 months, we're hiring all the board operators and getting the satellite time and getting it all ready. I want you to go to your guest here in a minute. I just wanted to call in on this Friday broadcast because I'm taking care of some family stuff and some business stuff today, and you and David and I do a fabulous job. But there's an article by Clifford Cunningham on InfoWars.com that links directly, and I want to get your take on this briefly, to the New Yorker magazine that you know is one of the main mouthpieces of the elites. And they say, we're meeting in Congress secretly, bipartisanly, and with members of Trump's administration, deciding to say he's mentally ill, like these 200 psychologists and psychiatrists have said, violating the Goldwater rule.
You know, Alex, this is such incredibly important breaking news. I'm going to ask our guest, Dr. Franklin Brothers, to come back and join us next week, and we can continue the discussion of the censorship campaign, because what you've just put on the table must be addressed. I first sensed that there would be a future move to remove Trump when I was watching the cabinet selections. As you know, under the 25th Amendment, if a majority of the cabinet and the vice president decide that the president is incapacitated, cannot fulfill the duties of his office, that he is removed. Now, he can challenge that decision, but it would go to a vote of the U.S. House, controlled by Paul Ryan. Despite Paul Ryan's success in repealing Obamacare, I don't think anyone on the anti-globalist right considers him anything but a quisling, a spy in our midst. After all, he was Mitt Romney's running mate for vice president, and Mitt Romney did a superb job of offering the American people the exact same thing that Barack Obama offered them, an election of no choice. My conscience is clear. I voted for Governor Gary Johnson. This was 4 years ago. So I think cabinet members in some cases have been carefully picked because they have an establishment background. And when the signal came that Donald Trump's I would say Donald Trump's iconoclastic personal leadership style and the idiosyncrasies of his personality came to the forefront, and they weren't the homogenized bullshit that we've gotten from your typical mainstream career politicians, well, we'll just declare him crazy and try to move him on. Make no mistake about it. If this should fail, the Democrats and some establishment Republicans have an impeachment fallback position. This is how much Donald Trump threatens the New World Order. This is how much of a crimp he puts in the plans of George Soros and others for a one-world globalist government in which we give up all of our American sovereignty and any claim to the constitutional rights that are guaranteed to us by that great document. Make no mistake about it. The entrenched two-party duopoly in Washington that has run this country into the ground will never come to terms with President Donald Trump. First, they tried to deny him the presidency. When that failed, they tried to destabilize his presidency and to delegitimize it. And now that that has failed, and particularly because he's making real progress on issues such as our economy and our economic well-being, such as Obamacare, well, they have to get him out of there, and in their view, the sooner the better. Who's behind this effort? The elites, the power elites in New York and Washington and London and Paris and elsewhere, those who would profit mightily from future wars, war in Syria, for example. and they will give no quarter. There is no limit to what they will attempt to do.
In ancient times, man roamed the earth in a constant state of hunting or being hunted. Introducing Caveman, where cutting-edge science meets ancient super nutrients. Secure your bottle right now at InfoWarsStore.com.